Good morning. I apologize for any confusion this morning. As I started the live stream initially, I got notification that it was not live streaming to Facebook. So I shut it down, set it up again, and started over. So here we are. Welcome to Just for Today. I am Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is January 31st. So, this is a time of eclectic readings, conversation, if anyone chooses to engage, meditation, and prayer. And so, this morning's reading comes from Reflections in the Light Daily Thoughts and Affirmations, written by Shakti Gawain. Here's what he offers us for January 31st. Enlightenment. When we begin to open up to a spiritual path, we may go through many different experiences and processes in our search, but eventually we come back to an experience of our true selves, the godlike nature or universal mind that is within us all. Through this experience, we are eventually restored to our full spiritual power. The emptiness inside us is filled up from within. This is the process known as enlightenment. I am being filled with my spiritual power. What immediately comes to me is the reality that enlightenment is simply uncovering what's already there. We're not adding anything, we're not finding anything, we're revealing everything. That it truly is an inside job, and to know that, in the universal mind that is within all, that as I reveal what is present in me, it reveals what is present in everyone. The same universal stuff. And we each have an individualized journey of how we navigate this beautiful, messy excavation of our true selves. Um, and so I'm curious, how's that going for you if you care to share? Are you running into any specific challenges that others might be able to help with? That someone else's experience might be able to inform you or at least give you new options. If you have anything you want to add or share or ask, uh, just do so in the chat. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything pop up there, and that's just perfectly fine. Um, I'm going to read it through one more time and allow that to take us into our time of meditation so that it's fresh for each of us. January 31st, Enlightenment. When we begin to open up to a spiritual path, we may go through many different experiences and processes in our search, but eventually we come back to an experience of our true selves, the godlike nature or universal mind that is within us all. Through this experience, we are eventually restored to our full spiritual power. The emptiness inside us is filled up from within. This is the process known as enlightenment. I am being filled with my full spiritual power. There's only one infinite, ever present everything. The unformed substance of creation expressing itself in individualized form, in the multiplicity, in the diversity, in the uniquely individualized expressions of itself, expanding its experience of itself, expanding its expression of itself, yet never being used up in any way or depleted in any way by its expressions. All life is this infinite beingness expressing itself. Every grain of sand, every speck of dust, every breath of air, every atom, every molecule, every mountain, the very cosmos, all in the quantum field that holds it all together, that is it all together, is this one. No separation, just one thing expressing within itself and itself within its expression. So I must be that, this human individualized expression of the one that I call me is this divine being in form, in the temporary form of me. And what is true of me is true of all. And so every thing, every one is that in form. And so the very makeup of it must be present in its creation, in its expression of itself. And so this journey of enlightenment, I accept and affirm, is the activity of self-discovery, of discovering that perfect, whole, complete self. And that as I discover, as I recover, as I reclaim, as I return to, as I reveal the truth of life expressing as me, I reveal the truth of life expressing as all. One truth, many expressions. And as I reveal the light within, I become lighter. I affirm, I claim, and I affirm that this wrestling match with words and meanings is a beautiful tool of enlightenment. It is a beautiful tool of excavating meaning, understanding. It is the opportunity to clear away everything that obscures the truth of being, to reframe, to be impeccable with my word by examining and reclaiming a meaning that is beyond words, a meaning that is beyond limits, an understanding that is innate to my being because it is simply understanding what I am. And that as I excavate everything that is not that, peace is my experience. Harmony is my experience. Calm is my experience. A deep knowing that requires no explanation is my experience. And it guides me. It guides my behavior. It informs my activity in this human expression. It informs how I interact with all expressions of the self as I recognize that there is only one self, as I choose consciously, intentionally to see that in every expression of creation, beyond behavior, beyond form, beyond function, beyond my own judgments, beyond the limitations of my own thinking. Within me is the power to choose to see truth and to allow that truth to inform how I navigate this human experience. And so I claim and affirm the viability, the vibrancy of that within me and that within every expression of creation. That it is not mine to change another, but rather to recognize there is no other. To accept that what I experience is available to change within the one, within the collective thinking, to own it, to embrace it, to embody it, to be that change. That the activity of my soul is informing me, is seeking manifestation, and to reveal that change. And I give thanks. I give thanks for clarity, for courage that comes from knowing that the activity of law has already made it so. The clarity and courage that comes from the activity of law that informs me that there is no failure available. That every thought, every belief is acted upon exactly as it is presented. And so I can trust the feedback of form and function and experience to inform me of what is available for me to do, what is mine to do, to accept that what I perceive is a communication of my divine self informing in me of what I am to do, what I have the power to do, and I accept and receive and do it. And I let go of the outcome. I let go of the very idea that it only is working if I see the effect of it. And I choose to see and know that it is done based on faith, based on all of the evidence of those times when I could not see it. And it was done. So I let go. I let go of this human idea of power over. And I enter into relationship with the human self, with the divine self. And I allow my focus to magnify the force of my being, not a force in over, but a force of, a force within, a creative force that forces nothing. Ah, beloved words. And so it is in this place of peace, this experience of gratitude, that I let go. And I am guided, guarded, and protected at every level as I move into revealing what has always been present: one love, one peace, one power, one presence. I let it be. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.